Peace, and more peace to you, because we all need it, man. Blessings to y'all, man. It's your boy, Sincere Seven, coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, Florida edition. Y'all know I love saying that, right? So yeah, I just wanted to come on and kick it with y'all for a minute, man. And this is outside of, a lot of the stuff that we quite seldom find ourselves building about and talking about. But I was sitting here this morning, and I just had an urge for some coffee, and I haven't been drinking a whole lot of coffee. Yo, it says yo, but it don't get a Facebook username. Salute though. So I had this urge for some coffee, and sometimes they say that's the ancestors. They want you to set something on the altar, right? But I made me some coffee, and I'm like, yo, let me do a cushion coffee. And of course, I popped down on a few of the microdoses. So I'm definitely in the zone right now. I'm definitely in the realms. I'm sitting here on the porch, on the balcony, and I was just like vibing out. And I was like, yo, Seven, you be talking a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And I know where it's coming from. I know you want to see us in our greatest, of everything. I want to see us at our greatest in relationships. I want to see us at our greatest at raising children. I want to see us at our greatest with, recognizing and loving on each other and being a community and all of that. And I was like, so all this shit you be ranting about, if you could just shut up all that rant and put it into one idea, what would it be? And then I was like, yo, that's a good ass question, because I be talking to myself like that, right? So I was like, yo, you a dope motherfucker. That's a dope ass question. I was like, give me a second. And then I was like, it's cool. I got a little blunt. I got coffee. I ain't no hurry. And I was like, oh shit, that's what's up. Well shit, let me get down on that too. And I'm gonna get back to that question. And I was like, yo, I got it, right? We don't have, honor, or participate in our initiations, our rites of passages, nor our rituals. That's what separates the people in the community that people can go to and can trust and rely on, and those who they can just go to. It's like those people who I like, yo, somebody said to me one day, I was like, yo, you know them too? Damn, it's a small world. They's like, nah, it ain't no small world, it's just big niggas in it. And I was like, what? Oh, I see what you did there, right? For me, those individuals who be big, 9 times out of 10, they trace back to practicing rituals, to being an initiate, and going through some rites of passage. I can't think of nobody that I know of that I see as a wise individual or a powerful individual or tapped in or tuned in. None of that I ain't been through practicing of rituals, initiations, and rites of passage. Listen, and it don't even matter if they don't all match. Some of them been initiated in this shit. The other ones like, yeah, I don't even fuck with that shit. And they still powerful, and they still wise, and they still who they are in their own route, right? But they've been initiated in something. They practice some type of ritual. They've had some type of rites of passage. And I was thinking about this because just recently, holidays passed, right? One of the holidays that's referred to as Thanksgiving, right? And I'm like, yo, because I used to be part of the conscious community, right? Back in the day, I was part of the, grand rising and waking, the beloved queen, and the like, yo, all that shit. Yeah, I used to be like that, right? And then I kind of went into the spiritual realms and dealing with, more of energy and not consciousness. And I just started to notice a whole lot of ish, right? And so now when it come to holidays, it'd be like, it'd be these conscious people who be like, yo, this shit was about the pilgrims and thanks stealing the land from, the Indians, and I'm not eating no food, and I'm not going, and don't say nothing to me, and don't say happy Thanksgiving because it murdered thousands of people and this and that. And I was like, damn, I understand all that, but y'all do know that Thanksgiving is a ritual, to give you a remembrance to give thanks for the crops and the things that have been bestowed upon you throughout the year, right? So to take the idea of the history that is included within it and then kind of like shun people, because some people who are like, let's be 100. Like, when was the last time you was at anybody's Thanksgiving and then they went into prayer and started like giving shout out to Christopher Columbus and the Pilgrims for making this day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, nobody's really focused on the history except for the people who call themselves conscious. Other people are understanding that this is a ritual to keep in memory, to give thanks, to be grateful, to be thankful, to be, invite somebody who's less fortunate over. You know what I'm saying? Go and feed the homeless. Go and do meals on wheels, right? Peace, Queen. My neighbors, they came over and blessed me with a plate because they seen me sitting by myself, you know what I'm saying, on the balcony, smoking and chilling. Like, yo, let's bring them a plate. It don't have nothing to do with the things that we talk about. Peace, brethren. You know what I'm saying? So we have to keep in mind that was really a ritual. And a lot of us doing this is us following in our natural cultures. Because in our natural cultures, wherever we come from, whether it be Africa, Barbados, Haiti, Jamaica, whatever it might be, we had rituals. Don't worry about what those rituals contain. Okay, Bridget, for sure. Bless. Yo, bless. But just know that rituals were being practiced. And the rituals kept people in mind to the things that they had to keep in mind. That's what the point of a ritual is. It's something that you do at a certain point, ritualistically, as they say, so that you don't lose that understanding, that thought process. So some individuals create their own stories. See, that's what I mean about the Thanksgiving. Like, it don't gotta have nothing to do with, like, for those of us who farm, we know we just brought in all of our crops, all of our vegetables. We might have a few what they call late season vegetables, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying, we just brought in our crops. So this is our way of saying thank you to the earth and the rain and the powers that be for blessing us with a bountiful crop. You could do that in your own way, in your own practices, right? But the point that I'm getting across is that rituals were needed, and they've always been practiced by us because those are the things that keep in mind. Keep in mind that our knowledge, the true knowledge, has been passed from mouth to ear since the point of this planet started. From the time individuals was walking this planet Earth, this information was passed from mouth to ear through certain tribes around the planet that all have all of this. So all of these rituals and all of these, as you might call, holidays are created off of memories of these things. We argue about which piece of the puzzle we see. This is religion. This is consciousness. This is all that we all seeing the same thing, just like the worship of the sun. The worship of the sun all over the planet, as far as your lineage goes back, there's been some form of worship of the sun. And that worship of the sun has turned into holidays, has turned into religions, has turned into ideologies, right? And so a lot of people are misunderstanding that. They just talk about the worship of the sun because everybody does it differently, and they create rituals to keep them on point. Initiations. What is an initiation? I have a saying I like to say: sit at the table with the initiates. The conversations would be different. There's a lot of conversations, a lot of people talking and spreading knowledge. How much of that is information? Because there's a lot of knowledge out here. And this is not the age of knowledge. This is the age of information. See? So there's a lot of individuals sitting in a lot of different places because they have a lot of knowledge, and that people are seeking and not knowing the difference between knowledge and information. Knowledge is to know things. Information is to put things that are known into a usable action or source for a person can utilize. Information. Shun, when you have that, Tion, that basically says there's some type of movement or action or use or uh, reaction, whatever you might see. How I keep that shun, right? So that's what information is. It's knowledge that's been put into a certain order that's now is usable. So when I'm talking about initiations, understand that initiations were something that you got into by going through the rites of passages. So right now we have a lot of people. Hold on, let me slow down. Let me take a breath, y'all. Let me take a breath. The microdose has got me geeked up, plus this coffee. Plus my soul brethren come and bless me. I'm feeling good. All right. So, rites of passages. In our community, we are having a plethora of individuals who are dissatisfied with their environment, whether it be they dissatisfied with the men they meeting, with the women they meeting, with the social media and how people respond to them, with going out and actually being social in different environments and not liking how the people respond to them. And these motherfuckers are stupid. Why would they say that? Why would they do that? I can't meet a person, have a good conversation. Everybody's complaining about the environment that we survive in. But let me tell you one thing. That's because in our times we had rites of passages. What this meant was wherever you were at, you were allowed to be and meant to be because you've already passed the tests that will say whether you should be here or not. And we have gotten away from that. This is why they give what do they call it? What is it, a cooperation, like thank you for taking part. Like nobody wins, nobody loses, everybody thank you for, like, no, when I went to school we all stood on that line and they said go, and then we ran fast, and the first person and the second person and the third person that got across that line, their name got announced. Everybody else was a loser. Like Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first you're last, right? So there was a qualification. There was oh no, you can run. And not only can you run, but you win the participation award. Thank you. Participation award. No, you don't get a participation award. You either pass or you don't. So rites of passages was just that. We all had to go through a certain amount of rites and passages. And when you went through it, if you didn't become successful, then you didn't go to the next level of whatever it was. Even if you a young boy and this is your rites of passages into manhood, you'll be a 27-year-old little boy. Period. So that way, women ain't wasting time with you and saying, man, what is it with these out here? Because he ain't went through the rites of passage. He didn't qualify. He's not a man. And in our villages, that's how it used to be. We didn't have to cast you out, but it damn sure was known when everybody came back and all the boys who went through the rites of passages and they did what they supposed to, they came back men. You came back a little boy. You went back to live with your parents. And nobody was like looking at you or thinking about you or worried about you because you showed that you couldn't even do whatever it was to qualify you as a man. Nowadays, that shit sounds fucked up. Oh, we're not gonna shun them, and we're not gonna, and everybody needs to be accepted. And that's why you're going through the relationships you're going through. That's why you're getting the type of individuals, because you're seeing the greatness in everybody. Now, let's be clear. There is a greatness in everybody, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna automatically be qualified for something that you're not. You be great artist, little young boy. That boy over there, he great artist. You 37 years old. The boy over there, man, him a great artist. He is dope, especially for being a kid. What you mean he a grown man? No, him not a man. Him not a man. That boy right there. But him artistic boy, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Flat out. Don't be mad at me, y'all. Stop me when I start lying, okay? You understand? So initiations, or excuse me, rites of passages are that qualifies you for initiation. Now, let me be clear. A lot of us be hearing when I say this and they take it like disrespectfully. Like, oh, you think you the shit because you initiated? I mean, this shit at what? Right? No, but I'm being silly. But what I'm saying is that should not be offensive because apparently you don't know what initiate means. It means to be brought into something, the beginning, to start. Initiate means to start. How the fuck do I feel like I'm the shit? Because I've started studying, started practicing, started whatever it is. Like, why would you be upset that I'm saying sit at a table with people who have started? Because the conversations would be different. If you're saying that you are affiliated with what I'm affiliated, did you ever start? Or did you just say I'm affiliated and I do it too? Oh shit, wait, I think I see where he going. Never mind. Hold on, I'm gonna fire this joint, y'all. Cause I don't wanna offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that I say is this right here. I'm very, very cautious and careful about who my teachers are. And the more things that I aim to learn, the more I'm looking at my teachers and like, you know what I'm saying? How did you get this? Where did the information come from? How was it bestowed upon you? You know what I'm saying? How far back does it go? How long have you known it? Where did you get it from? How did you end up into, you know what I'm saying? And the more I go, the more. And now let me be clear: those individuals who are what you might call self-created, or they created their path. You know why that shit usually don't be questioned? Because they come with so much fire and energy by the time you get the teachings, you try to figure out where they got it from, and they telling you they gleaned it and they brought it from another environment, mentally and consciously. It's like, oh shit, I already see your works. That shit don't even matter no more. So that's how I vet my teachers. Like, you got at least like got me from the beginning to where it wasn't even no question or no doubt in my mind, because I'm a teacher as well as a student. So I already know what I'm looking at, right? But I want to know what my teacher's been initiated into. You know what I'm saying? What rites of passage have they been through? Because that means to start. Where did you start at? If you ain't got no starting point, if you just, oh, boom, it was just, oh, was you remember when everybody, and I was like, shit, and it was like, oh, for me, we could be cool and we could be, you know what I'm saying, colleagues, but I can't come to you for teaching. You know what I'm saying? I was always taught to trace my roots back. So whatever it is that I deal with, I can trace my roots back to, you know what I'm saying, where that comes from. In essence, too, like I had a teacher who was taught by this person that was taught by this person who's the master of that. Like, that's tracing your roots back, as opposed to I went and got the book off the shelf and started studying Wing Chun, and then I went and got me a dummy, and then I was at the crib punching on the dummy, and I'm a Wing Chun master now. Like, you ain't got nobody who's ever been connected to the actual, you know what I'm saying, legacy of this. That, to me personally, I wouldn't go to that person as a teacher. Again, we could be colleagues and stuff like this, and this is what we're talking about when we're talking about rites of passage and initiation, is proper beginnings, and those beginnings being linked to something. And so this actual knowledge and wisdom and understanding is linked to something. So there's a responsibility within the totality of the knowledge we dealing with. Are y'all following me? Am I like, cause I ain't really saying shit. Like I told y'all, this just came off a conversation with self. Like, if I could change anything in our community, what would it be? It would be the attention that we pay to initiations, rites of passages, and rituals. We don't do them enough. We don't follow them enough, and we don't join them enough. Now it's the age of, oh, I ain't joining, and everybody is this, and every organization is this. Let me tell y'all, self is the measuring stick of the world. I keep telling y'all, self is the measuring stick of the world. Every time I see somebody say, oh, this community is fake as fuck, I'm like, okay, I already know who they are. Oh, this shit is some bullshit. All right, I already know what you deal with. Oh, you can't trust. Okay, you can't trust. Like, I don't give a fuck. Stop me when I start lying. You know what I'm saying? Period. I'm saying like we are just so against everything, everybody, but everybody wants to be a master of something. But how can you be a master of something when you diss in the communities that they come from? Then apparently you ain't been taught right. And that's what people is really mad about. They mad because they jumping on the bandwagon, or they just don't know, and they deal with somebody who ain't been initiated, who ain't been taught, who ain't dealt with nothing, and then they have a fucked up experience and put that on the whole damn community. Don't fucking diss our community because you don't know how to vet your motherfucking teachers and your motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? The people that you choose because they made you feel good, because they talked to you in a nice way, because they said namaste and grand rising. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Like, but where do they come from? What have they been in? What do they do? Where's their integrity? Where did they teachings come from? Where did they knowledge come from? See, that's the thing about in our culture, it wasn't no, we ain't had to worry about having to find the right person because we've been through initiation, we've been through rites of passages, and people who did what they did, they would have somebody who worked up under them for years. They say that the giving is 7 years, and after that, working up under that individual for 7 years, then you become the individual in that community that does that in your community. Ain't no question about if you do it or not. You've been doing it for 7 years. We've seen you. We know who you are. We know where this came from. We know who this started out. We've been fucking with you 7 years now. Yeah. Yeah, y'all understanding what I'm saying? That's how the shit used to be, but it ain't no more because ain't no initiations. Now people just come in and say they are. Now people just come in and say they are, and then it's like, all right, well, shit, that's what's up. Where your teachers come from? You know what I'm saying? Because everything that I teach, everything that I teach, everything that I touch, everything that I fuck with, I can trace it back to the root. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to keep in order is initiations, rites of passages, and rituals. We need to stop shunning them. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to follow the ones that have been laid out for you, but understand what the solstice is. Understand what the equinox is. Wait, what's that? Right. Go and look it up. This is something that you can do a ritual for. Your own ritual. Set up your defense against your dark arts. Shout out to the magicians out there. You know what I'm saying? Set up your Kenwa Fu. You know what I'm saying? Get your money right. Know when to do which, right? What's the monthly rituals with your stones and your crystals? What about with your body? Some people take the wormwood on the full moon every month. Some people do Cambo every month. And the babies is asking why. That's where we come up with the stories and we teach them in a way that they can understand it. We give them the understanding about those things that go creepy and crawly in the night, and that they were bad, and so they were blessed or cursed with no vision. So they have to come out when the full is moon, when the moon is full, because that's the only way that they can make their way around to replicate, duplicate themselves, and to eat. So they come out when the moon is full. I just made that shit up just off the top of the dome, just like that. This is a story that we could tell our youth to give them the understanding that the parasitic life and the bacteria and the bad shit inside of you, it during the full moon, that's when this is more active. I don't know if y'all know that. That's why people will take the wormwood and all of this shit during the full moon. This is where a lot of the full moon content and talks about the wolves and all of that type of shit, because during the full moon, even the fire department and the police department and the hospitals, they put people on overtime, because during the full moon is when the shit get fucked, like amped up out here, and people really get to wilding and going crazy like they possess, because that's the parasitic life that's in their biome. Calm down, man. You hyping them. Listen, are y'all hearing me or nah? So boom, you done created this, you know what I'm saying? Story for the children to understand. The ritual, hey y'all, it's the full moon. Those parasites might be inside of us. Those monsters, like we need to, I'm gonna go get the wormwood. Okay, I want some drips too. Ain't no monsters gonna get me. Oh shit. You understand what I'm saying? This is what ritual is. Ritual is something you do. Why are we brushing our teeth? Why are we bathing? Why are we charging the crystals? Why are we planting during this phase of the moon versus this phase of the moon? You got to keep it entertaining so the babies can remember it. This is where stories come from. The man speak to the woman, and the woman transfer that shit into a motherfucking usable source that the babies can absorb immediately. Do y'all hear me talking to y'all? Or nah? So this is what rituals come from, y'all. Stop being so conscious that you run yourself away from awareness. Okay? Create your own understandings for these holidays that are really just rituals to keep people in mind to the things that need to be kept in mind. Because how you gonna call yourself spiritual, but you can't think that you gonna give some love to the earth, you know what I'm saying, once a year? You gonna give some love to the sun once a year? Because that's how I see Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thanksgiving, thank you to the earth for this bountiful motherfucker. I'm a farmer, so fuck what y'all talking about. I give thanks to the earth on Thanksgiving. And during Christmas, yo, thanks to the sun. Yo, you been dope as hell, man. You been showing up like all around, you know what I mean? Every month you here, you know what I mean? Doing your thing. The sun don't never come out. Sometimes the emotional ass earth just goddamn puts up so much shit that we don't see the sun. Message. That's for the high scientists to understand. If you ain't catch that shit, don't worry about it. It'll catch you later. So going on, boom. And okay, you know what I'm saying? You got other, boom, you can give love and thanks to the seasons. You know what I'm saying? The seasons, the actual seasons. The season of autumn, of change, of transformation. The season of winter, of death, of knocking off all things that's unneeded so that next month or next season of spring, life can what? Come out. They springing up. Look at the life, it's springing up everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then we go into the summer or the sun or the solstice. Yeah? Right? Come on, y'all. Walk with me, y'all. If we keep our youth in keeping the awareness of these things, then they will keep awareness of their power, because does not all these things that we just spoke of give us power? If you ain't no magician and you ain't no light artist, don't worry about it. This might go above you. But all that shit we just talk about, the moon, the sun, the seasons, all of this shit is different parts of or portals of power, is it not? Portals of power. Each one of these. So should our youth not understand the cycles, the seasons? Should they not give thanks, attention, intention, and practices around all of these things? We so busy hating on the ones that are out there that we ain't realizing we just telling everybody, stop doing everything. Don't have no goddamn rituals. Don't remember shit. Trying to rock us back to sleep. What you talking about? Because that's what conscious people do. I don't know if y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? They run around, wake up people up, and then they go and try to rock people back to sleep. You know why? Because if everybody woke, they ain't got nothing to do now. So then they rock you right back to sleep with the shit. Yeah, man. Fuck that. You don't wake me up and then send me a lullaby. That's Grand Rising, brother. Why is it? Because I know about Isis and Osiris, you know what I'm saying, which have even more Egyptologist names for those of y'all who finna come in, and that wasn't their original name. See, you know that much, but we don't know that when we talking about the morning, we talk about the sun overtaking the brother and coming back out. The brother represented night and won the fight and came up the next morning, which is the time when the sun come up. Oh, but somebody gonna rock you to sleep and tell you we ain't gonna talk about the sun coming back up because that means death. Death to who, you fools? We ain't gonna talk about the sun coming back up. Wait, what? Grand Rock? Oh, so it's based off of you. You getting up? Nah, son. I don't give a damn whether you rose or not. What if have you handicapped? The sun's still gonna come up. Aki, partners, extra woke ass, go back to sleep ass, motherfuckers telling you this what morning mean. To who? To who? To which culture? Y'all not, y'all, this is just, sit at the table with the initiates. The conversations will be different. Mourning means death. Death to who? You got to ask yourself that question. But y'all too busy being extra woke, letting another rock you back to sleep. Death to who? Hell yeah. Death to you, because the sun god rose. What you mean? Sun god rose. Fuck the night. And not to say the night, we talking about in the light. If you don't know it, go and look at the story. Go and look at the story of the golden phallus. Go and look at the story, the 13 pieces. Every piece was able to be gotten except for the penis because it was in the ocean and a catfish ate it. So she created a golden phallus. And she rolled that golden phallus to create. Wait, go read the story for yourselves. We don't say good morning. You being taken away from your own rituals, your own rites of passages, and your own initiations. And that's why our people are asleep. And that's why you mad at the conditions and the qualities of the environment around you. Because we allow anybody to be anything without checking a what? Track record. This ain't about ego. This ain't about ego. I don't wear all my shit. You don't see me with all my emblems and me every week talking about, and I ain't caring who do. I'm just saying, y'all don't even know what I'm in and what I'm part, but I'm saying go get in something. Go become a part of something. Go get you a master teacher. Who's your teacher's teacher, man? Come on, who's your teacher's teacher? Shout out, Keisha. Thank you. Flat out, like, that's not a bad question. Let the masters show and prove themselves. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? We need rituals. We need rites of passage. We need initiations. Why? For protection of us as a people, as a whole. Your children, our children, my children. Yeah. It's a small buzz going on around about what things have been taking place lately. And a lot of shit that's been taking place lately is due to lack of initiations, rites of passages, and if y'all know, then y'all know. Yeah, here we go, Mr. Controversial. Yup. Stop me when I start lying, though. Community mad because I be telling the truth. Why? This is what we need. We too quick to just jump on board with any Tom, Dick, Susie, or whatever. Don't get me to start saying names. Come into our community and say some motherfucking real attractive shit. Some real attractive shit. Gold was attractive. They offered our people gold more than they was earning in their own country. And our people got on the ship. That first couple trips wasn't by force. Shit. Do some, again, get initiated, which means to begin. Begin your knowledge. Begin your practice. Begin your walks into whatever it is that you do. Why not? Why not? I've been having this conversation with people like lately, and I'm like, yo, what is it with our people with this? Oh man, fuck that. I'm not getting no degree. I'm not getting no license. I'm not getting no paperwork. I'm not getting no letters behind me. Like, why are y'all saying this shit like this? Who is telling y'all that this is a negative thing? Who is convincing y'all that being qualified, certified, verified is a bad thing? College is an initiation and a rites of passage. These different programs are initiations and rites of passages. What is wrong with y'all? Like, why are we so against that we need? What makes y'all think we don't need teachers? We don't need guides. We don't need elders. We don't need... Why not? Then where are you? What is it that you... What is it that we really building in? That's my question. Then what are we really building? As a community, as a people, as a society? What the fuck are we building? Because everything that I'm a part of I know what our mission is. You understand what I'm saying? What's the missions? You know? So listen, I ain't teaching, I'm just sharing, y'all. I just had some thoughts while I was sitting here on my little, you know what I mean? My little, you know what I mean? Whatever it was I took on some sacred fungi, doing my thing. And these thoughts came to my mind. Like, what do our people miss most? What do our people need most? What is it that is causing this imbalance in our society? Because if y'all don't think it's an imbalance, then shit, I don't, then you explain to me, like, is this a perfect society? Is this beautiful? Is this what we meant to create to pass down to our children? Literally, that's what I'm asking y'all. Is the society and the villages and all this shit that we are witnessing, is this what we had in mind to pass down to our children? You know what I'm saying? Any yeses, any nos? Like, I'm asking y'all literally, do y'all feel like we live in a society or a community or whatever it is that this is exactly what I had in mind to pass down to my children? Yes or no? Because I'm going to tell y'all, for me, nah, this was not what I had in mind. And it seems to be getting further and further away from what I had in mind. So I'm like, well, if that's the case, well, how would we? Because like when we have village talks, it seemed like we all agree on this shit. It seemed like everybody kind of be like feeling the same way. Like, what's wrong with our community? What's wrong with our people? Like, you know what I'm saying? And we be feeling like we can tell that there are certain individuals who kind of got some sense about some shit, and then we can see individuals who kind of don't, and then we can see that there's no clear separation of them in our community. So it's like, all right, what are we missing? If we did have these rituals, rites of passages, and initiations, would you all join them? That's another question. Because remember, the village mentality is damn near lost now. Like, I'm realizing that. Like, I was lucky enough to be in Detroit, where Detroit is a city that runs with a certain amount of cultural pride, just period. Like, most people in Detroit are connected to something, whether you a Muslim or a Christian or a Buddhist or a Rastafarian or a vegetarian or a vegan or you know what I'm saying, or a yogi artist. Like, there's some type of community that y'all do the same shit, and it's like, yo, this is the community I'm a part of. Like, there's so many, and that's something that I've seen in Detroit. We like one of the last few cities that have that natural tribalism that shows in other cities like Chicago with the gangs. That's all the gangs are. This is our natural tribalism. That's what we do. We get together with our tribe. That shit as a whole is kind of being lost to us as a people. You know what I'm saying? Once I got out of Detroit, I realized, like, oh shit, that's only like Detroit and Chicago. Chicago does it in the realm of gangs, and Detroit does it in the realm of culture, like I said, religion or the way you eat and your diet and nutrition, or individuals who motorcycle clubs, or people who do yoga and work out. Like, everybody has their own psychonauts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own tribe that they connect with. But everywhere else I've been going, you don't see that no more. So it's like, damn, ain't no practices being shared. Ain't no wisdom being passed down. The elders ain't sitting with the youth no more, because they either tired of these motherfuckers or they scared of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I realized that me in my um aggression, as some people call it, or my passion, or my history in the military and all that, kind of created an energy for me that I'm like, it's whatever, like, it's, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean, like, it's, hey, what's popping, like, yeah, right. But some motherfuckers be like, man, I'm not fucking with these youth, man. These little niggas crazy, and they whoop whoop, and it's like, I get it. If you're not a confrontational type individual, that shit would be like fucking threatening to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, the elders ain't even available to give the youth the knowledge that they need. So, like, the whole Like, I think I came from probably the last generation of that connection. That shit is severed. You know what I'm saying? That shit is, and of course, there's some people out here who still, you know what I'm saying, kick it with the youth, or some granddads out here with their grandsons. I ain't saying it ain't. I'm saying the culture of that being the norm. That shit's gone. So those used to be our way of having initiations and rites of passages. You about to go over there with your, your grandfather for a couple days. That was an initiation. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was something dope. Like, shit, if you got to go with dad for a while, that was something. So, granddad, like, come on. A lot of individuals didn't experience that. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was my grandma that passed down a lot of wisdoms to me. I was outside in the garden planting 6 in the morning. I'm talking about, like, my grandma used to get up early to go in the garden. And she ain't wake up my cousin Jennifer. She let her sleep, which always was weird to me. But I was grateful because I had a passion for the earth. You know what I'm saying? I had a passion for gardening. I ain't know it then, but grandma must have knew it because she used to have my ass out there teaching me about bulbs and the ones that come back and why we ain't got to do this and focus on this and how to separate them and give them room so they can breathe. You don't want them to be crowded. And it's kind of like somebody in the back seat with you annoying you. You feel me? I can't hear you. Stop, grandma. You know what I'm saying? And make it, y'all giving you stories in a way that you can remember them. Now, when I be in my gardens and I be planting this shit, you know what I'm saying? That's my time with my grandma. I said, man, like, this is, these are the things that create the individuals. These are the things that create the respect for the knowledge, the respect for the lineage, the respect. But these things are being lost to us. We got to bring them back, y'all. We got to bring them back. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know something to get involved with, create something for your youth and tell them why. Tell them, like, hey, y'all know what holidays is? You know, it's the time that other cultures keep a remembrance for certain things. I think we should come up with our own explanation of. Take them through the equinox, take them through the solstice, take them through the full moons. You know, like, take them through these different aspects because one, it's fun to learn when you're learning in that type of style. Two, it's dope to have your own practices that your family's created. You know what I'm saying? Three, like, we need to keep these things in mind because it brings us power. Remember that, like, if there's no attention and intention, then it ain't really gonna work. You don't do magic on purpose. All these people talk about, I don't even got to do magic. All I got to do is walk and I'm going. Yeah, I hear you. All right, all right, okay, no problem. Okay, you feel me? Where I'm from and individuals I practice with and my teachers and their teachers, yo, there's some practices got to be done. You got to do some shit. Sometimes you got to do some shit for a while. Sometimes I already even do that shit. So you got to first learn how to do the shit, how to say the shit, how to read the shit. All right, now do it in a altered state of consciousness. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. Never. Hey, slow down, y'all. Stick with me. All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, stop shunning this. We need this. This is where our power lies. This is where our culture lies. This is where the remembrance, because when you start to do these things and you start to teach these things, your own mind starts to look into them deeper and starts to reveal more to you about what you're teaching to them. Because the more you teach them and they ask you questions, you're going to go back into your own studies. And you're going to start to put shit together that you didn't when you was woke. Because now you operating in the super consciousness. And that's what the majority of us out here are trying to get to if you haven't already. There's 5 levels of consciousness: conscious, subconscious, magnetic conscious, superconscious, and infinite consciousness. And the majority of us out here, if you know, on my lives, most of us are either dealing with or striving to open up the super consciousness. The magnetic consciousness, everybody's that's watching my live, their magnetic consciousness is already activated. I know that because that's how that works. There wouldn't even be on this live if our magnetic consciousness was not already connected. Everybody who's watching this live right now, we have a mental connection to where we can talk each other to each other off of these planes, off of this platform, not using no phone. Magnetic consciousness. Like, damn, I was just thinking about him. Wait a minute. What? Yo, I was just thinking about you. Okay. Yo, you was on the live and I was thinking, you said all of that shit. Period. That's the magnetic consciousness realm. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing. It's magnetic. You understand? It's magnetic. Here's that. Then the next level is the super consciousness. This is where you tapping into them gifts, the abilities, the powers. That's why they say that you are a superhuman or a superhero, or, you know, I'm more of what they call an anti-hero. I was like, is that what they call me? That's dope. Well, my style, you know, because I'm an independent contractor. You know what I'm saying? I'm an independent contractor. Like, I'm connected with all of them. Like, in much respect, I can move in and out of the realms. You know what I'm saying? Your Orishas, the Ifa, the religions. You know what I mean? All these different. I move in the energy of Papa but I can hop in and hop out. You know what I'm saying? Let me transfer these messages. Let me deal with this, deal with that. But I'm an independent contractor. But I come through initiation, rites of passages, and I practice rituals. See? And that's where a lot of my powers come from. That's how you get into the super consciousness, is by practicing. It's by your security clearances. It's by your works. Those who have been meditating 10, 15, 20 years that can transcend into the alter states of consciousness or the alter realms, those individuals, they've been practicing. You know what I'm saying? They've been initiated. See? The people who, all of these different powers, as you would call them, whoever has them, 9 times out of 10, they're initiated, they've been through rites of passages, and they've dealt with their rituals. That's how they've tapped into those realms. That's how they got those powers. That's how they got those abilities. You know what I'm saying? And so I invite you all to pay attention to, you know, what the things that are important to you, and that you feel like that you want to learn, or that you want to absorb, or that you want to exude, right? And I invite you to deep dive into the source, okay? Find the source of this energy or this practice or whatever it might be, you know what I'm saying? And see how to tap into that. See how to get initiated. See how to take the rites of passages to see if this might be meant for you, if this is who you are, if this is what you are, right? There's a lot of people out here who call themselves chefs and have never been to any type of culinary arts school or class. Like, I don't think that that's fair. Like, I might say, yo, when I'm in the kitchen, boy, I'll be chefing it up, boy. You know what I'm saying? I say I'll be kitchen witching. I come from that realm. But, you know what I'm saying? When I'm talking to people, I'll be like, yo, I'm a chef with it. I'm not actually a chef. Man, I'm a chef with it in that kitchen. But I make sure that I'm not giving off the incentive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were kind of like shunning the idea of getting a license or getting this. And I was like, yo, do you think I'm a doctor? And they was like, yeah. And I was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. That would be like so disrespectful to people who have MD after their name. Like, him? How he a doctor? Now, he might be an alternative healer, alternative medicine practitioner, but a doctor, that nigga is not. And I be saying the same thing. Like, no, I'm not. Because I know the difference in the knowledge and the information contained within what I do and what they do. Because their term comes from a profession, and that profession practices in a certain way. And I don't practice like that. So no, I'm not that. See, and that's what it is like, y'all got to keep in mind that when you take on these different educations and all of these different things, they are rooted in something specific. And if you don't know that, then this is where these misconceptions, you know what I'm saying, of things that we deal with. I don't want nobody thinking that if they come take the Sacred Animal Venoms Practitioner Training class, that when they leave, they are certified to call themselves a doctor. Let me tell you, that ain't what's happening. I ain't never said that, never would. You know what I'm saying? And I don't claim to be no doctor. And for those who, now, when they call me a witch doctor, that's a different story. That's a different story. Because that whole thing go together. The whole saying go together. And so that is something different, because it's not talking about a PhD. See? And this is, so I'm just speaking on these things to say that all of these different things are different initiations of rites of passages, and all of those bring about a certain power, a certain ability, a certain, you know what I'm saying, give you the ability to do or say certain things, to move in certain realms, to have certain things on you. I am recognized by the government as a sacred animal, plant, and fungi practitioner now. So I'm not a doctor, but they do recognize me as a practitioner. And when I get on the plane and I have cannabis and mushrooms and ayahuasca and all of this DMT and 5-MeO on me, and they open my bag and they like, yo, what the? And then I got my couple of protection papers, you know what I'm saying, stamped and all of that by government officials. They put an apology in there for opening my bag. This is a real story. When I got to where we was going, I opened my bag up and I was like, yo, my shit been moved around. And then there was a note on top, and it basically said, you know what I'm saying, from the FAA Department, Federal, Aviation Administration, we had suspected that you had questionable or something, what they call it, contraband stuff in your luggage, and we went through your luggage upon finding your, you know what I'm saying, certification as a practitioner. We sincerely apologize. Everything is still in there. All my shrooms was in there. All my weed, all that shit was still in there, right? So protections come with the recognition of being right, and so this is another form of that, right? And that's what I mean when I say, like, doing these things, it gives an understanding of who you are. Oh, he's not just somebody who's getting on. He's about to da. He's boom. He's been in this. He's been taught this, and he does this for his community. So leave him alone. Same thing, right? Right? So if we have more of this, then we have. That's why I said protection, not just like all the way around. Like, think of everybody all them scenarios that I painted, how many people was protected. You know what I'm saying? Clients are being protected by an individual having a medical license or whatever the practice, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever verifications, certifications, validations that they have protecting the clients. But also the practitioners or the doctors or whatever, when they get pulled over and they got certain things in there that's usually a felony to somebody else, oh, you've been through da-da-da-da-da-da. Same thing all the way around, y'all. So we got to stop being so anti everything and learn how to realize that we are being led away from those things that make us the most powerful. You ain't gotta, it ain't gotta be Thanksgiving, it ain't gotta be Christmas, but yo, be cool. Like, understand that this is a time to come together with family and to show love. If that ain't a good enough reason, then what are you trying to create? Because going around saying, hey, pilgrims and Indians and fuck your turkey, like, okay, thanks. Them people still enjoying their fucking, like, what did you accomplish except for showing that you have nothing better to do to pay attention to what somebody else doing? Like, these people was, like, I used to be one of them. I had to go back to sleep. Like, I was so fucking woke. I used to fucking hate on people on holidays. Look at these motherfuckers eat this poisonous ass food. And like, dog, is you really sitting over there mad that other people are around their family and their friends, eating good food, having good drink, listening to good music, playing cards, the babies is running around, laughing and joking and creating memories that is going to stimulate positivity within their mind, body, and soul. And you mad about it because you read in the book that some people gave somebody blankets with chicken pox in it. You better go somewhere and create your own culture, man. Leave people alone. Go create your own cultures. Have something to teach your youth. Have something to show that you have rituals, practices, initiations. You've started in something. You've studied something. You've had a respect for something. You have some individuals in your lineage that have connections to something. Like, man, question me. Okay. You understand? I got receipts. It's nothing to me. That's why I be comfortable in my skin. That's what really being free is about, y'all. A lot of people are mad at me because I'm free. I am free. That's why I talk the way I do. Like, I'm free. You can be free too. Free from constructs, free from shame, free from fear, free from doubt. I don't have no doubt because I know what the fuck I can't do. Doubt what? Nah, I can't do that shit. Oh, but that I can do that. Freedom, y'all, because that is the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? Free from all that bring harm, all that bring pain. You see? And the joy in life. Happiness is based off when something is happening. I'm not looking for happiness. I'm looking for joy. It's a state. Okay, James said he got a question. Yes, sir. Peace to my pastor. That's my pastor. You know what I'm saying? As a minister to my people, even I told y'all, I got a pastor I got. You know what I'm saying? I got, shout out to Chief Nighthawk. I was about to say, I got a medicine man. But I do, still do. Shit, fuck I'm talking about. You know, shout out to Baba Kalinde. You know, shout out to the great ones, man. You know, shout out to the E family. Indeed, Tamari Institute. You feel me? Baba Mudu. Shout out, man. These big individuals, man. You know, shout out to the master teachers, those that came before us. You know, man. Shout out to the earth, man. The water. You know what I'm saying? Both of them, man. Shout out to the animals, yeah. The birds is my guides. What's up with the question? I'm listening to you. Talk to me, James. The birds is my guides, you understand? And the snakes is my guards, because I come from a dragon lineage. Like, it all makes sense. Like, it's two forms of. It makes sense. Like, you know? So, yeah, shout out, man. Celestials, the cosmic, you know what I mean? Ancestral, shit, shout out, man. Put a plate on the motherfucking ancestral altar and a cup of coffee for me. Once people start their journey of learning, how should they teach to keep stop from being in error? How should they teach to keep stop from being in error? Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not sure exactly what, because once people start their journey of learning, how should they teach to keep stop from being in error? I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, but I think I do. And I'm gonna tell you like this. As far as I'm concerned, no, we all have room for error, first of all, period. Because as long as you are a student, that means you steady learning. So what we have to be able to do is set our ego aside when we've made error and be able to accept that error and correct that error. So that's the first thing. So even me as a teacher, I have said something before and somebody came and questioned me and we had a debate and we went into the books, we went to the science and we went into and come to find out I was motherfucking wrong. The way I was saying it was not right and exact. And when one little word that I was using changed the whole, and I was like, you know what? He was right. I was wrong. I'm in error. And I had to take that. This is, you understand what I'm saying? And be okay with that. You know, because we all, as we are learning, can be an error. Frederick Douglass said, without struggle, there could be no progress. So that means you're going to fuck up sometime. You're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to present the wrong mindset. You're going to stand on the wrong side. All of us have done these things and come to find out like, damn, right? And it's like, all right, I fucked up on that one. That's real talk. I fucked up on that one. And that's like when they say later on something to laugh about. Like when I was in the military, like I was nice. I'm talking about like when I got to Detroit, I got jumped out of middle school, man. And these little bruhs whooped my ass. I was in the 9th grade. So a high schooler got jumped by some middle schoolers. And these young whippersnappers stomped the fucking Sonic coins out my ass. Fractured my skull. Y'all remember the Jodeci boots from Steel Toe Jones? Yo, my mans was like, he lining that shit up like, bow! Because they was whooping my ass, so I grabbed his man's leg and bit a plug out his leg. It's a brother in Detroit right now missing the whole plug out his leg. I still got it. I keep it in the back of my mouth in case I see him, I'm spit it at him. Look, I'm stupid, right? So look, I'm biting the shit out. I'm biting the plug out his leg. He said, he biting me. I heard him scream to his mama. And his homeboy lined my shit up like John Elway at the motherfucking 88 Super Bowl and kicked me dead in my motherfucking socket. and crack my motherfucking orbital bone, all this shit, right? So at that time, I said, it's two things that I'm never gonna wear again: corduroys or an ass whooping. So when I went in the military, man, I was dumb nice, right? So anybody who know back in the day, this is why, like, I'm not getting my ass whooped no more. One person, 10 people, I don't care. I'm getting it in, and no, it's not happening, right? So when I'm in the military, boy, I'm going, I'm nice. I joined the fucking boxing team and shit, woo, 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 motherfucking everything. Like, no, the boy is ignorant. Man, right before I get ready to get out, my homeboy, his name Dante Kinsey. We called him 6'9" or Dread, whatever, boy from Jamaica. And the boy was like 6'9" for real and shit. And his reach was just dumb. He tall as shit, right? And like we was at the club once, and I seen him knock out like 4-5 dudes, like an assembly line, like bop bop, bop bop, bop bop, bop bop. You know what I'm talking about? Out cold, like these niggas slump, slump. So like he literally lined them up. And I was like, what the like, right? So this is my man's though. We on the same team. Before I get out the military, man, we all out there talking shit. I'm like, man, listen, y'all know I'm about to go. You know what I'm saying? I got the nicest hands out this bitch. One of y'all motherfuckers gonna have to take the reins. You feel me? Like, who think they nice? You know what I'm saying? When I leave, who gonna have the nicest hands? I'm starting shit, right? My man's Bigsby. What, man? What you mean? I'm your hitter. How you got the nicest hands when we out? I be knocking people out for you. I'd be like, that's because it's the order of chain of command, young dog. That don't mean he can't get it. And we got to going because he was the Golden Glove from Ohio, Anthony Bigsby. And we got to going, and like his endurance at the time, I'm getting tired, and I'm seeing him. He's still now floating with my shit, but I'm getting tired. So I just hit him in the solar plexus. Bow! Cave this whole shit in. I'm gonna hit the ground like, why would you do that, bro? Yeah, boy, what? I told y'all ain't nobody. Now I'm fucking with Kinsey. Now I understand. Jamaican don't play, man. Man, go up, brethren. Man, not play with you, man. I ain't. You know what I mean? He don't give a fuck about no. He know he have the nicest hands. He ain't trying to give me no play. So I smacks him. He don't smack no Dread. Man, he got mad. Boy, stop playing with me, man. Perrier, man, you going too far, man. Slaps him again. He jumps up. Now, mind you, my girl out here with me, man. My girl, everybody. What? Everybody out here. He jumps up, mad fire, man, burn for boy. I tell you not to play with me. Come on, boy. Come on. And I'm like, finally, because I ain't never had the opportunity to bang with Kinsey, but we know his hands is dumb, right? But I'm like, I'm going to show these motherfuckers who I'm is. They don't know. I'm little, big. I don't give. Let's get it. Kinsey threw up his set. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see where he at. I go in for a jab. He just stick his fist out. Bow. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. All right. Let me go low. Ha, bow. Oh, shit. Okay. All right, come on. Yeah, you ain't doing nothing, boy. You supposed to. You got to give something to give some. I'm talking shit. Bow. Oh, shit. And mind you, he ain't doing nothing but putting his hand out. He just, anytime I'm coming at him, he just, here you go, meet that first. Man, listen. I say, I know. See, this because he tall. I got to come from high up and shit. Mind you, I'm drunk as shit. I just want to point that shit out. I got to come from high. I'm trying to come low. Now he used to that. I seen him knocking these out like this, but I ain't never seen him do this shit. I got this. Man, I took like 2 steps and jumped up like on some overhand, like, and he just said, and when my face hit his fist, bow, I did a backflip, literally, landed on the back of my neck, and rolled over onto my chest, and then slid. I'm talking about, listen, I jumped back up. What? That wasn't nothing. Come on, boy. You know me. I done seen more than that. My girl comes up off the motherfucking steps. Perry, wait, stop. She put her hand on my back. She telling me to stop. I turn around like, nah, baby, I'm good. Baby, you bleed. I grabbed her hair. You bleed. She said, baby, that's yours. That's yours. I'm talking about floated me. But I still held mine. All right. I quit. I'm bleeding 2 minutes. Okay, I quit. All right. He nice. But ain't nobody else gonna do nothing with me. So James, that's how I see with anything that we do. If you stand in it, you a master in it. Master your shit. Stand on your square. Speak your shit. Represent. And if you fuck up and get knocked down, all right, yeah, that was nice. He got me on that one. You know what I'm saying? And we keep it moving. It's not like that shit gonna take away from every other motherfucker I knocked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only selected few seen that shit, right? Friends and family. Hey, y'all don't tell nobody. Hey, y'all don't tell nobody this story. That gonna fuck up my reputation, all right? You know, but yeah, so that's how I see that, James. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just stand on you know what I mean? Because that's when individuals can see the true you. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like, remember I told you my name's Sincere, that means without wax. So, you know, when we talk about the sculpting and that putting through the sculptures, and they was thinking that, you know, after they was painted, they was beautiful, and they realized that sculpting ain't about the paint, it's about the actual formulation of this stone and the craftsmanship. And they started putting them through the fire, and come to see that a lot of people that were craftsmen at this craft, they was not as good, and they was filling in the blemishes and the cracks with the wax. So they was like, nah, we about to start putting all of the pieces through the fire and putting them in. The pieces that came through the way that they came out, the way they went in, they called them sincere. Sin means without, and sear means wax. So that's what sincere means. That's why it's like, yo, I'm not gonna hide who I am. I'm not gonna hide how I feel. I'm not like, it doesn't matter what I say anywhere around anybody at any time, because if the conversation come up again, I'm gonna say the same thing unless I got a different state of mind. But that's just what it is. I'm not gonna fake front. It is what it is. You ask for it, I'm gonna give it to you. You don't want it, that's cool. I wasn't talking to you anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But like I always say, stop me when I start lying. Because if you ain't noticed, I be telling people, man, who else? Man, go on in that video and talk to himself for an hour and a half, 2 hours. We know I'm talking to y'all, but I'm just really saying, I'm sitting in this chair talking 100 miles an hour for, like, what kind of kid do you think I was? You know what I'm saying? What did you do at that time? We study to show and prove. Because I've been here because I'm an usher. That's just so y'all understand. Like, I'm an usher. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to usher in the old age. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all who understand what I just said, that's cool. If not, it's cool too. Just understand I'm here to usher. Like, I'm here to bring, you know what I mean? Like I said, the energy I move in, this is also on my life path number. I'm a life path 7. You know what I'm saying? So with the Papalette, be like, yo, when I went out the military, I went out the week that they stopped using actual operator hands and put in laser leveling systems on the equipment, which also was the same time when they went from caps to BDUs. So everything in my life, even going from the Christianity at 11 years old to being with this gangster, murder, kill, do all foul shit ass individual, is like the whole contrast is because, yo, you got to be able to go in. And my sun sign is Leo, and my moon sign is Cancer. Come on, are y'all following what I'm saying to y'all? Like, literally, I am a live version of the yin and the yang. Life, death. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, pain, joy, like happiness. Like, this shit is, I always say, man, I hate being a fucking polar bear. This shit is awesome. Right? Okay? Y'all, that's for my bipolar people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My spirit animal is a fucking penguin, for crying out loud. Think about this. Are y'all seeing what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. I'm a life path 7 too. Like, a lot of people be life path 7s that be on my videos because we all share that craving for the depth of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see different people who have different people who follow them. If you look at, like, there's a lot of people do the astrology. I more of a numerologist. I like the language of the mathematics and the universe because they're one. So I love, the numerology, right? So when you go into that, you'll see where a lot of people of a certain numerology will be with a lot of people of another numerology, because those numbers go together perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So that's understandable, yeah, man. Yeah, get initiated into some numerology, y'all. Some astrology, some human design. There's so many things to choose from. Some yoga. Reiki, I know I am a bridge, life path number 9. Okay. Yeah, you done did it before. You here to just help and assist others, you know what I'm saying? Get to that ish. Yeah. And as far as that bridge thing, yeah, everybody, like going back to that super consciousness thing, like everybody got their powers and their abilities, y'all. Tap in, go get them. See what yours is. You know what I'm saying? See what yours is. Because some people are bridges, some people are revealers, some people are prophets, you know what I'm saying? Some people time travel, some people space travel, some people biolocate, some people heal off command, some people heal off energy and hands on. Some people are prayer warriors. Some people have necro vision, you know what I'm saying? Where you could see the dead, like you could tell, like, oh, like that person gonna die in 3 days, and then they do. And like those people are the people who keep quiet the most because when they reveal their gift, people tend to blame them for the shit that happened. Yeah, if you out there, I'm talking to you. Yeah, yeah, no. Like that's why I be telling like, yo, the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. This is like Professor Xavier's School for the Gifted, y'all. Don't worry about it. I know what y'all going through. You understand? I know it was popping, but listen, don't be scared of that shit. That is something that's important. You know what I'm saying? Giving people the ability to make preparation for their travels. You want me to just come home and be like, hey, we're going into Jamaica tomorrow. You ready? Wait, what? Tomorrow? Wait, the fuck? Like, that's how a lot of us do because we not tapped into the people. Like, what? You don't think there's preparation? Yeah, it's preparation. That's what those people are for in the community. To let you know you need to make preparation because your time is near. How you know? Because I had the dream about you and the casket was in front of your house by your mailbox. Shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. You got anything going on? Nah, but let me go and talk to my family. Let us go and prepare. That sound crazy to a lot of y'all. But shit, what y'all think the medicine women and the shaman and the mystics and all of that was for in the communities? To forewarn, to prepare. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, we had already been initiated people. So we know the journey that we on. So it's like when you get word that your journey is near to be over, it's not something that you are like, people are going to mourn. You know what I'm saying? People are going to celebrate your life and your memories and all of that. But it's not, they don't take it the way we take it here in the wilderness in North America. The way like we see death as this fearful, scary ass, like, and it kind of like it takes away of our quality of life and understanding what life is supposed to be. Like if you understand death, it makes you appreciate life more. But they gave us a misunderstanding of death, and that's why most of us don't appreciate the lives that we live in, what we going through, or what we have. But you wouldn't notice if you wasn't initiated. Like, you know what I mean? I've had conversations with my son about death. You know what I mean? Like, listen, understand that. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen, and this is what you need to do. It's how you need to see things, and when you're going through this, just know and blah blah blah. He's like, yo, that's what's up. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had conversations with my youth about, you know what I'm saying, us passing on to the next rounds. Like, shit, what you want on your altar? You gonna tell them? No, no, you ain't gonna tell them shit. Hey, listen, put a stout on that motherfucker every now and a little shot of motherfucking Glenn Levitt's. Not none of that cheap shit. Don't get me that Jameson and none of that other bullshit. The Glenn Levitt's. You know what I'm saying? And the older, the better. Appreciate you, baby. No doubt. You understand? Hey, what you mean? You see? So yeah, man, like, if ancestral veneration is something that you practice, why not prepare your children for when you go to those realms? You know what I'm saying? If religion is what you practice, why not prepare your children? Like whatever it is that your culture picks up as y'all, way of life. And that's what I've also learned. Like allow people to live their cultures and their way of lives comfortably, y'all. We ain't gotta have something to say about everybody else doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? They should be like, damn, what are you doing on this day? Because I hear you talking about us and you don't agree with what we're doing, but why aren't you doing something? That's crazy how some religious people are more spiritual than some conscious people. Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah. Did y'all hear that? If not, go ahead and rewind that shit after I'm done. It's crazy how some religious people are more spiritual than some conscious people. That's what I said. Yeah, allow people their choices. Because you know what I'm saying? What it's all about is about what is actually the point of why you doing it. You know what I'm saying? Go get you somebody to celebrate with. Why you over here hating? It's too much of that shit. How you woke but you hating? Apparently you ain't as woke as you thought you was. Period. This coming from somebody who was woke at one point in time. I had to go back to sleep. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck about consciousness. I'm in the super conscious realm. I give a fuck about frequency. And frequency comes from energy. And that energy is negative. And I don't like that negative shit. Shut the hell up and let people enjoy time with their grandma and that dry ass turkey. Fuck. Who made the potato salad? Why? Why, huh? Do I come on your podcast job and ask you who made scoop some up on your punk ass plate? If y'all ain't seen Who Made the Potato Salad, I invite you to go and Google that shit and get you a copy. It is the greatest Thanksgiving movie ever fucking created. Who Made the Potato Salad? Oh my goodness. But yeah, man, it's about frequency. It's about energy. You know what I'm saying? Show some love. You know. But yeah, man, that's it, man. I just wanted to come on and kick it, a little bit about initiation, rites of passages, rituals, the importance of them, how they better us as a people, as a village, as a society, how they protect us, you know what I'm saying, how they prepare our children, because a lot of it's like, like, stay in a child's place. Don't say that to your kids, y'all. Stay in a child's place. Don't say that to your. Stay in a child. Don't say that to your kids. Don't say that. Because when they turn 18, and you like, why are you acting like a still damn child? Why don't you act like an adult? Like, well, when the fuck was I getting trained to be an adult? My children are trained to be adults. Like from the time like they kind of come out the womb, I guess. Like, fuck you mean? Like, you're gonna be an adult one day. I don't do the goo goo gag. Oh my baby, baby. No, 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 no. I'm talking to them clearly from the time they're whatever size they are. You know what I'm saying? To the time that they can comprehend and reflect back that shit. Because why am I retarding their growth and development? Who told me that they need me to say goo 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 gaba? Like they trying to get what the fuck I'm saying for 6 months of me saying goo 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 gaba, and then I start talking a whole nother language. Oh, you want a bottle? You want a bottle? Say bottle. Wait a minute, we've been saying goo goo baba, but for the last goddamn 6 months. Now you saying bottle? He just switched his whole motherfucking lineage. The baby confused. Baby's like, you know what? I don't know what the hell going on here no more. Just, you know what I'm saying? And what the hell is a bottle anyway? I seen this other one. He was getting that stuff right off his mama. I want something off my mama. Shout out to those breastfeeding mamas out there. Hey, y'all, breastfeed your babies, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm pro breastfeeding. I'm pro breastfeeding, all right? Get them people they space and they respect and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But because that's an important rites of passage and initiation for our babies. You know what I'm saying? Understanding where the best part come from. You know, and that's part of that. A question: how often should one look, seek next level or new initiations? Condor integration, Lord. Do the initiations require integration and speak on it? So, good one. That's a good question, right? Now, so keep in mind, like, I'm coming real loose with this conversation to just bring the awareness of what we mean when we say initiations and rites of passages and all of this, right? But I feel like that me personally, I feel like we're always in some form of rites of passage or initiation. And if not, then it's time for your next one, right? So you don't want to overdo, but at the same time, you don't want to not be doing, right? So I would say that as you go forward, like I'm gonna tell you, I see every religion that is out as a different part of the religious teachings that should be offered to our youth. I feel like they just come at different times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Christianity is for like when they're like, you know, 0 to 3 years old, and then at 3 to 5, they're Buddhists, and then from 5 to 11 or 5 to 7, they're Islamic, and then from 7 to like, and I mean this like literally. I'm so serious, y'all, because each one of them, and then like when they're 18, they become Moors. They don't ever be Hebrew Israelites. We're just gonna leave. listen, y'all. This is my platform. I can create my imaginary, you know what I'm saying, shit the way I see it. I'm just saying we gonna leave that part. Listen, I'm having fun, y'all. But these are different parts of the understanding of things that we are supposed to understand at the point of understanding. So as we get older, and because the initiation from boy into man, that's just one initiation. That's just one rites of passage, right? But what about the rites of passage from a toddler to, you know what I'm saying, or what is it, an infant to a toddler? That's a rites of passage. And then a toddler to, a small child, right? Because that's the rites of passage. Because each one of them, we give different, you know what I'm saying, allowances. Okay, you could do that. You can cook. You can't cook. You can help carry the logs. Okay, you can help chop the logs. You don't pick up. You don't touch that. Okay, so right. So it's always another rites of passage to go through, right? And then when you get into the age of what we might call adulthood up until your 16th birthday and going forward, this is where like you're deciding of what it is you're going to do, what you're going to learn, what you're going to give back to society. And then you go through that choice, and then or it might be lineage based, and then you go through that rites of passage and then initiation. Now in that initiation, again, remember, this means to begin. So the initiations, sometimes they always lead to further studies. Initiation just means you just started. So we went through it. So when you complete that, whatever that completion is, whether it be an 8-book series and you read them all, or some of them don't have so much as a completion, but different levels. Like let's say the Masonic, right? You done went through all of these different levels. Okay, right? So you'll see when it's time for the next one, because every initiation prepares you for the next one. Every rites of passage prepares you for the next one. You know what I'm saying? And this is jewels, layers, levels on the journey to find one's path. Yes. And this is why I speak so heavily about practices and going through, because that's what these initiations are going to take you into. Practices, whether it's practicing studying, practicing actually doing the craft, practicing at whatever it is that you're dealing with. And this is where you get the knowledge of what is needed to take you to the next levels, to be able to say, I'm this, or I'm that, or I'm this. Enter the apprentice, fellow craft, master. Now, as a master, I might begin to teach or initiate others. Because Tupac was an initiator. Some people are initiates and some people are initiators. Tupac said, I might not be the fire that's going to burn the shit to this woo, this thought process mindset, but I damn sure going to be the spark who starts the fire. In other words, it's going to be some young motherfucker who's going to listen to some shit that I said 20, 30 years from now and be like, yo, that dude Pop, he was on some other shit. And what he was saying was, and we need to, and let's get it, and let's organize. And he going to put that shit together because he was sparked off of the teachings of, you know what I'm saying, this individual that came before him. So this is initiators. Some of us are like, I'm an initiator, or also referred to as instigators. Wait, what? Yeah, I have no problem being an instigator. Yeah, that's what an instigator is. Let's get this fire started. Some people are sparks. Some people are instigators. So a spark and me together anywhere, whoo, that's why, like, my brethren, shout out to brethren Oi, like when we get together, because like people be like, man, he get on my nerves. I'd be like, mine too. Fuck you mean? Because that's what he do. He spark people. He spark them. Spark them. So you can spark in the anger, you can spark in the agitation, you can spark. But when you got a spark and an instigator, that's gonna be create. Oh shit, illumination and illuminator. Yo, I like that. You know what I'm saying? But these instigators are important. It's like having a spark, but nothing to what they call that, Kindle. You know what I'm saying? To start that, and then that's instigating. I'm blowing a little bit. I'm blowing a little bit. I'm instigating. I'm blowing a little, and then that shit started to fire more and more. And then, come on, see what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? Don't let these people rock you back to sleep, baby. Don't let these people rock you back to sleep, because on a cold, rainy day, you're going to wish you had a spark, and you're going to wish you had an instigator. But we all got a place. You see, the thing is, where did what we bring in come from? I'm dealing with ancient knowledge, y'all. Just to be clear, y'all. I'm dealing with ancient knowledge. I'm dealing with ancient information. I'm dealing with ancient knowledge, and I'm dealing with current information. Because that's a motherfucker. And artificial intelligence will never be a comparison for natural ignorance. And I practice natural ignorance. You know what's natural ignorance? When a motherfucker tell you that shit in nature right there, don't take that, because that shit gonna take your ass somewhere the fuck else. You got to be ignorant to eat that shit, because it take you somewhere the fuck else that we can't motherfucker understand. I go, really? I'm ignorant than a motherfucker. Naturally ignorant than a motherfucker. And artificial intelligence ain't fucking with us. Now, in these realms, it's starting to run shit in these realms, but this ain't the realms we specialize in. You know what I'm saying? Where did what we bring in come from? Yo. Oh, the quote. Okay, I got you. Okay. I thought he was asking, but yeah. Because I was about to go into it. Hey, y'all, if y'all ain't read Black Root Science, I invite you all to go and grab Black Roots Science. That's the name of the book. If y'all ain't, listen, if you don't want to buy, like, I'm one of them who I like the book in my hand. I like to be able to turn the pages. I like to later on, when I'm thinking about it, I remember that was like a third of the way through the book that I remember reading that piece. Like, I'm like that. I like that. So I'm not one of them ebook type, but shit's out there. Black Root Science, that's some of the coldest piece of work that been put out since the Bible. Wait, what? I said it. It's the coldest piece of work that's been put out since the Bible. I invite you to check it out for yourself. And if you disagree, let me know. If you think you got a piece of book colder than that, I definitely want to hear about it. You understand? And when you tap in, you'll understand what I'm saying when I say it. Since the Bible. You understand? Black Root Science. Yup, for sure. That's my Bible. Like I always tell my children, if we was religious and we created a religion, that would be our Bible. You know what I'm saying? Flat out, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Talk to me. I talk back, talk some shit, because I talk that. You feel me? Talk about a book club. I'm any book club that want to get together and read Black Root Science, I join that book club. Hit me in the inbox, email me. I don't give a fuck. Any of y'all individuals that's out there that's read through that book, that has that book, that deal with that book, that's like an instant, like we can hop on a call today. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, it don't matter. Like what? Oh, then my peoples, yeah. That's my religion. It's my brother. Whoever they is my sister. Like if they read this my people. Like we are the same. What you mean? Fuck you mean? And we tapped in because then you understand when I say I'm here to usher back an old time. Like I be hearing people want to disagree with me and go back and forth about word and the progression of and all of this, and I'd be like, that's cool. I hear you. I'm not like I'm tapped into so many different realms that this isn't up for dispute. Like I was just letting you know what I'm here to do. You can see how you want to see, but let me just let you know, we ushering in old time. We bringing back our natural shit. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. Like that's what a lot of people don't understand. Is like that's cool because you can't conceive it like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like when we say when you on 7 grams, where you go, that's where we walk around naturally in conscious state 7,000 years ago. Like imagine that. Come on, man. Like that's how we walked around like naturally. Okay, well, after you've done this shit repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly, you can take 7 grams and walk around the community and people won't know you on your organic technologies. I'm telling y'all that. Like when I tap in, I'm tapped into the source, what to the point now where it's not like this shit is crazy and oh I gotta let, like I could walk around and operate in that mindset. So understand that the ability to walk around in that consciousness as our norm was how we was 7,000 years ago plus. That's why in this conscious state of mind, they can't fathom how we did the pyramids. Of course not. You're not in that cosmic celestial mindset. We are in a terrestrial mindset. This is the veil we talk. Man, hold on, man. I ain't supposed to be going through all of this. Y'all ain't. Wait, hold on. Who said like why? Who authorized this? Why am I? Why am I? Y'all want me to keep going? I don't know, cause I was like, that ain't what even we were supposed to be talking about. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I should, you know, like seriously, like I don't want to say too much though. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all fathoming what I'm saying? That is something that we already had. You want to learn more about what I'm saying? Read Black Root Science. Like, hold on. Take you a macro dose while you're reading it. Like literally tap into the realms and read it. Read it like that if you want. Read it like that if you want. But you can read it regular. Sober as a gopher. And you know what I'm saying? It's going to drop jewels, but I'm just saying that the understanding of our natural abilities, our natural powers, how we moved around, a lot of stuff we find still to this day to be like unbelievable, or you know, people be talking about stuff and they be like, here they go, that's that crazy DDA, like oh, your stones ain't got energy in them, and like all these ain't no dragons, that shit is like damn, okay, you go into the thing and you believe in dinosaurs, wait a minute, because they got the fucking 1/10 of a fossil, and they create the rest of this replication around this one bone that they found and say we think the whole dinosaur looked at this, and you goddamn got seasonal tickets to the dinosaur event because you was told this in school, but somehow dragons don't exist. Wait a minute, the pterodactyl exists but the dragons don't. Wait, what the wait a minute. How in the why I'm okay, I'm saying too much. Sit at the table with initiates. The conversations would be different. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? You want to go beyond the veil? You know what I mean? You want to walk with those who have vision? You want to talk with those who have compassion? You want to sit with those who have love? Because those is what? The prerequisites. They just said what you gotta have love to sit here with the love. Like ain't none of it say you had to have some shit that you read in the book. Go on some experiences. Like, and I mean like literally like go where there's other people who are from other places and eat their foods and listen to their teachings and listen to their stories and watch how they raise their kids and understand why everybody's got this ideology of what's right and what's wrong and this and that, and you know what I'm saying? Where are you from though? Because like if you from, you know what I'm saying, Alaska, and you out here talking to some Jamaicans and you arguing about why the fuck you should or shouldn't be wearing a coat, who really ignorant? You got to experience more. Where you from and what you experienced ain't all that's out there. And that's to any people. Black, white, Mexican, Jew, all the different races, all the where you like, what are they, what, listen, that's what I be wanting to know, like, what y'all people's initiated in? You know what I'm saying? What y'all people's, you know, like, you know, the schools, the mystery schools, like what type of shit, what y'all teach? What y'all learn? Do we have anything in common? You know what I'm saying? What's y'all mystery sources? What y'all shamans and medicine men use? Because, you know, my people talking about the this and the that and the this, they ain't never heard of this. They come from a being? Out of a, what? Let me, what you do with it? Yeah, we think we know so much. So much. There's so much more we don't. Ancient wise one, stay hydrated and medicated. Have you had your hape today, Master Chief Nighthawk? Shout out and salute. You feel me? Man, I love y'all and I love those who love me, man. I just wanted to kick it, y'all. I just wanted to kick it. We got any questions, comments, and concerns? You know what I'm saying? Anything that I was asked to speak about that I didn't. Anything that I should have spoke about that I didn't. You know what I mean? Any final, comments from anybody? Anybody want to drop something? They want to hop on and give some knowledge I didn't give. Talk about what they initiated in. Talk about what they learned, what they taught. Shit, I like to sit with anybody initiated in anything that they deal with and talk about what they do and what, and compare and contrast. That's because I'm a philosopher. We got to learn to be philosophers of our time, y'all. And to be a philosopher, you got to love the conversation. Stop trying to be right. Stop trying to teach. Stop trying to belittle. Just love the conversation. I'm a philosopher. And I love the challenging conversations. I like the ones that get people heated, get their emotions in there, get their feelings in there. Those are the best ones. You see? Use your true passion, your true magic. Tell me how you really feel. See? There's a science to it all. Because I only really like to deal with, people who understand their magic. I have loved the conversation. Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you. I like, as a philosopher, I know that I'm more than that as well. Whether it be martial arts, whether it be mental arts, whether it be spiritual arts, whether it be all of this, it's always another level, right? So for me, it's kind of like, this is how I even test to see if these people are worthy of going into my deeper, right? Because it's like, all right, if we sit here and we having a philosophical talk, and you come with a thought process, and I'm going, oh shit, okay, I see what you did there. You know what I'm saying? You like, yeah, this is part of my little man. Matt. Oh, okay. You went into chaos magic. Now I'm seeing where you coming from. Now I can go into another level. See, these are how people who are initiated in different things do. They'll talk about different things. You might hear a dude like, you see my dog? He was about this big. He went that way. You know what I'm saying? And the other dude be like, well, nah, yeah, woo, woo, woo. And they talking about a dog and shit. And then all of a sudden, they start talking about universal and celestial concepts. You go, wait, what the fuck was that? Because literally, the conversation they was having was, are you initiated? Because if you know what I'm talking about, then you are. And if you do, then we can skip all the bullshit. We can get right to it. And that's kind of how those things work. You got to watch for the conversations that's taking place that's going to another level. Like, oh shit, wait, that's what people say. Wait, that escalated quickly. Wait, what just happened? He has to do this. He seen his dog, and he told the dog, he said the dog was traveling east, and then the motherfucker put his like shit. And then they was talking about, wait, what the fuck just happened? That's what happened. Just getting full here listening at the feet of masters. We give thanks for the bill, God. No doubt, man. I give thanks for y'all being a platform to bounce these thoughts and ideas off of, because that's all I'm doing. I'm just channeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just channeling information. I'm channeling questions. I'm channeling understandings. You know what I'm saying? Whether they be from the deeper bills that's within, or the questions that spark, or shit, the question I asked myself to even get all this shit started. Like, because somebody was tapped in and tuned in saying that, hey, I want to hear something on this. Somebody out there right now be like, man, that's the answer to the question I was looking for. Or that's the understanding to that concept I was looking for. Or that's like, it's somebody, you know what I'm saying? It always be like that. And so I just be channeling when I get on organic technologies. I tell y'all, man, that's that shamanistic shit. Like, they tell me, like, all right, this is what we gonna build on. I'll be like, all right, bet, go in. All right, bet. You like to talk? Hell yeah, all right, talk. All right, bet, let's go. You feel me? I guess that's why I was chosen for what I was chosen for, because can't nobody shut me the fuck up. In this day and time, that's what you need, is a righteous individual who can't be shut the fuck up. I'm scared. I'm scared. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice my life for less. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the U.S. veterans. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know, whether you was there or somewhere else, fuck all that. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, right? So if I could do that for a lesser cause, then why I can't not, you know what I'm saying, practice that same courage? Because I ain't never ran from none of it. You know what I'm saying? My track record long. I'm known. Everything that I did, these are stories. This is what I say. When you reach your super consciousness, legends is created around you. When you create your infinite consciousness, religions is made around you, period. Do I think I'm going to get to that infinite consciousness? I don't know, because I got a lot of ego, and I got a lot of place where, like, I like this our shit that I be doing, and I know to shut the fuck up a lot to get to that infinite consciousness. You know what I'm saying? You got to find that silence within yourself, your universe, and everything around you, and I don't be looking for it. I told you I'm an instigator. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't know. Like in this life, probably not. Like I don't see that. I feel like I would have been knee deep into my practices enough to where you would have known if I was gonna reach that level because I'd already be halfway there. So I'm cool with the super consciousness though, because it's like I'm still top 10 on the planet. Like most motherfuckers ain't tapping into their super consciousness. So I'm Gucci where I'm at. My ego is limited. You understand? To the amount of work I gotta do. To whom much is given, much is expected at thine hands in return. Woo! I'll say it again a little slower. To whom much is given, much is required at thine hand in return. So I'm comfortable in Gucci with all the shit I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get to that level of infinite consciousness. I can comfortably say that. Motherfucker like, yeah, I'll say that. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say that. When I was in the military and they tried to promote me to sergeant, I was like, nah, I'm good. The motherfuckers was like, wait, what? Fuck you mean you good? Who the fuck don't want to get promoted? Me? Why you don't want to get promoted? Because I came in the military to receive an honorable discharge. I'm the first Perry in my family, the first male in my family to get an honorable discharge. That's what I came in for. But I'm still a motherfucking fool. I'm still the clown. I'm still the, like, I got the wildest on my stomach because of who I was in the army. And so I was like, I'm not finna be a sergeant because a sergeant is, hey, cut it out. Stop acting the fool. Straighten up, soldier. I'm the one he talking to. How the fuck I'm gonna be a sergeant? I don't want, furthermore, all the motherfuckers I run with, none of them are sergeants. You understand what I'm saying? So once I become a sergeant, I gotta roll with these old, I follow the rules. No, they don't. They just do their dirt in another place and they look down upon these motherfuckers who all my peoples, my homeboys. I got a year left, man. I don't want to be around the motherfuckers who've been telling me what to do for the last 3 years. I'm good right down here. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed a specialist, as they call E4P, which means promotable. I had the power to be promoted, but I didn't accept it until I got an Article 15 and I got demoted to PFC because I flooded the barracks. Long story, practical joke gone wrong. They were brand new barracks. So anyway, oh man, I'm just having fun, y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in, tuning in, listening to my stories. Yo, anything else, man? Anybody got anything? Any questions, comments, concerns? Anything they want covered? You know what I'm saying? Uncovered, recovered. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that before I hop up out of here? Because I just realized I've been on an hour and 42 already. So I got at least 15 to 2 hours. I always try to keep it under an hour, but if I go to an hour and a half, I keep it there. But if I'm over an hour and a half, I can go to 2 hours. So you know what I'm saying? Autobiography of a Detroit shaman. Yo, people keep asking me when I'm gonna write the story. Yo, God, it's probably about that time. It's probably about that time. Cause man, when I say I got stories, shit, ask me a question. We got 15 minutes. Somebody ask me a question. Y'all want to hear about what? You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Cause not only do I have stories, but I know how to tell them. You know what I'm saying? I know how to deliver this shit. So when you're telling your own shit and you know how to deliver it, oh my goodness. I can catch all the emotions, the thoughts, the feelings. Like shit. Ask me a question. I'll drop some shit on y'all. Yo. Say that's gonna be a good book. Hell yeah, I feel the same. You feel me? I feel the same. Okay. Anybody got anything they want to cover, want to talk about, kick it about? You know what I'm saying? Anything, man. Before I get to it, I got some things to get to. I feel real good. Listen, y'all, this be inspirational for me. When I get on and I talk about these different, I don't care if I got 3 or 4 people listening or if I got 100 people listening. It's kind of like, yo, this is confirmation that the shit that I be saying is something that somebody wants to hear. That somebody feels like, yo, this is something like that's gonna spark a thought, an emotion. Like, let's start putting the rituals together, y'all. Let's start bringing these ceremonies. Your flyest story. My flyest story. Flyest. That's okay. Um, So, okay, when I think about your flyest story, it's like some shit that really speaks on who you are, and it's like this nigga, he fly. Look how he did this shit. Look the way he did it, right? So I say this that I was deployed to Kosovo during the little situation they was having out there, the Albanians and the Croatians or whatever, you know what I'm saying, all the genocide and shit out there, right? And so when you overseas, you're in an environment that you in a foreign country. So everything that you put together or that they put together for you is kind of like, this is why we kind of understand how people in prison feel, because it's like they put you into a certain just reality, and this is all there is, but sometimes they'll sneak in little things for you. So we had what's called the what was it, the MMW tent or the MMW. I don't remember the initials, but it was basically where you went for your R&R, your rest and relaxation, or to hang out, or to see. It's like we're in a foreign land. We set up a base or a base camp, and at this tent, this is where the entertainment is at. All right. So if they're having, if it's Christmas time and they're having a Christmas program or a Christmas dance, it's going to be there. It's going to be at the MRW tent or whatever that was called. If they had individuals like the president, or they would have different stars that would come in and visit us while we're deployed, and this is where they would show up. So if you wanted to be entertained and go through this type of shit, this is where you come to, right? So I was responsible for the building of Camp Bondsteel. You can look this up. Camp Bondsteel is the largest base camp built by soldiers since Vietnam. Okay, so I was one of the foundating combat engineers of Camp Bondsteel in Kosovo. Okay, so we were the first. Understand, like nobody else can be on a post until we build the fucking post. So we built Camp Bondsteel, and then Camp Bondsteel started to be, put with soldiers and stuff. So while I'm on my deployment, I frequent the whatever that tent is, right? And now they'll have on Monday night, they got country music playing. On Tuesday night, they got rock and roll playing. On Wednesday night, they got comedy night. On Friday night, they got hip hop night. Right? And so they had the music and they had this, but at the time, I'm a spoken word artist. Okay? So I am a lyricist. I'm a poet. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, the open mic, they always got music. And when people come on with the poetry, they'll tell them, nah, this is a music open night. Like, you got to spit some bars or you got to do some music or have a guitar. And I'm like, wait, the fuck you mean? Like, why I can't do spoken word? So I got turned off to that shit. So I started coming to all of the nights, every time that they had any night, and I hang out there and I would do my thing, and then I would go up and get on the mic and be like, yo, if y'all want them to start a poetry night, we got to start, you know what I'm saying, talking to the people who organized this shit, because they hating on us. So every night, whatever they was having, I would always come and advertise, like, and talk shit and be like, yo, stand up, like, and it started to be like, ah, shit, here he come. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I'm wild. I'm like ODB. Or Kanye, well, I was more like ODB. Fuck that Kanye shit. But when Kanye went and grabbed the mic, like, yo, woo, 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 Beyonce had the greatest album all time, I would do shit like that. So they would see me coming, and the people would be MCing. They might, oh shit, here he come. I grab the mic. Listen, when we gonna get poetry? Come on, y'all, we need to start doing something. So this shit went on for months. And finally, the people said that just the passion that I was showing for the continuance of doing this shit for as long as I was doing it, they feel like, why are y'all hating on a poetry night? Let's go ahead and create a poetry night. Okay? So they literally agreed to start a poetry night every week at that location. The first night that it happened, we got deployed back home a week previous to. So I'm telling y'all, poetry, get a poetry night, poetry. They're like, all right, we gonna start a poetry night. Right? And they started one, and the first night that it took place, we deployed home. Our company deployed home a week before it took place. Now, hold on. That's not the end of the story. 10 years go by. I'm out of the military. I'm in the dollar store. And I'm walking past the aisle, and this dude's t-shirt caught my attention. It said Kosovo. And I bag up, and I'm like, hey, my mans, where you get that t-shirt from? He was like, from Kosovo. I was like, you been to Kosovo? He said, yeah, I was in the army. I said, you was in Camp Bond? Yeah. What year? It was like 5 years after I was gone. I'm like, what? Damn, that's dope as fuck. And I started telling him my history. I'm the dude who built it. I was there in 99 when all the shit was popping and and we was like, yo, going through it. And so I said, hey, man, do they still got the MWR tent or whatever it was? He was like, yeah, we're all, entertained. Yeah. I said, yo, do they still got the poetry night? He was like, yeah, bro. Yeah, they still got that shit. And I said, bro, I'm the guy who started that shit. And I started telling him, and this dude told me, that was you? Bro, they still talk about it. They always talk about why they got a poetry night. And this soldier back in the day, like literally told my whole story. There was a soldier, he was here, a black guy, and he used to come in and he used to just da-da-da-da-da and blase splee. And he's the reason why we have this. They still talk about the story to why they started a poetry night in Camp Boston. To me, that's the flyest shit ever. That's my flyest story. Like, so, yo, thank you for that question. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit was an honor. I'm like, they still talk about how it, like, yo, he was, you know what I'm saying? Because he said he'd be going there and that the poetry that be going on there, he said, man, that should be fire, bro. He said, like, for real, we got the dopest shit since Def Poetry Jam, and that shit ended, but that's still going. Like, motherfucker who's a recruiter, he need to go there, and because them, like, what? You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, man, thanks for the question. That's my flyest story. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy because when a motherfucker say, what's your flyest story? Immediately I would think it would have something to do with a chick. You know what I'm saying? Because I was player. No, I wasn't. I was a Mac. I was not a, well, I guess I was a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like most players, they're playing the game. I wasn't a liar. You know what I'm saying? So, wasn't really, but I was definitely a ladies' man. You know what I'm saying? Legends, blessings, yo, peace, brethren. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So I would think it has something to do with a lady, but nah, like, you know what I mean? That to me was the flyest shit ever. Like, damn, yo, they still, you know what I mean? Speaking of God, like that. Remember I said, when you reach your super consciousness, they create legends around you. That's what being a legend is. Some shit is just legendary. And that shit, and the way I did it, it definitely was legendary. Like, oh, I'm talking about, oh my goodness. I was worse than Kanye and ODB. Like, I was both of them times 10 on some heavy shit that gets you geeked the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We are change agents. That is proof. Yo, peace. True indeed. That's Pete. That's dope how you dug that shit out. See, that's the skill right there. You dug that shit out like as above, so below. The thing you do in all areas of life, you do in all areas of life. We change agents. Yo, that's some real shit. Peace. Peace. Good vibes. Lounge. LLC. Peace. Shout out to you. That was dope right there. Because that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Again, going back to that Papa Legba energy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's dope. Hell yeah, change agents. Like in science, you know, that's what they talk about, those chemical agents that change things. Like, yo, them, like when you mix that with something, there's a natural, you know what I'm saying, explosion or implosion, or you know what I'm saying, these agents change the energy inside the container. Like, yo, truth be told, facts, that is so real. Because like I always tell people, I don't go nowhere where I can't control the crowd. Like, that's just me. Like people, if you ever see me at somebody's house, 9 times out of 10, I can tell people what to do in that house. Not on no ego shit, but like, no, like, if that's what he said, then yeah, what the fuck you mean? Like, if I tell somebody they gotta go, like, they're like, this ain't in your house. Whoever live there, they're gonna be like, well, shit, if Seven said, like, that type of energy, like, if I don't got that, I don't go there. I'd be like, hold on, who's running the crowd? Who's moving this shit? Like, I do change the energy. I control the energy. I'll, you know what I'm saying, manipulate the energy, you know what I'm saying, for the best of. Because we have a lot of change agents that change shit to neutral or negative. And me being a fiery energy, me being that Leo, like I'm not scared. That's what people mean when they say I'm not. Like some people are non-confrontational. They run either the neutral or the negative, and I'm on the positive polarity. So I'm like I bring extra atoms with me. So it's cool if you ain't got one. I loan you one of mine. Now we can get it. We even now. You ain't got no atom. I'll give you one. That's some positive. What I know how to create an ion, and I know how to get me ion. I'm on, like, yo, like, I'm on that shit. Like, I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? Your house was so fire. Yo, appreciate it. What was that? What the hell was that? Did y'all see that flash of light? Or was it just me? That was, I don't know what that was. And I've, like, got a lot of stuff I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? Word, bro. Start the Change Agent Academy. Well, I already got the Psychonaut Academy in Detroit, so I'm gonna hold that down. You know what I'm saying? But if one of y'all do start the Change Agent Academy, I don't mind being a student or a teacher up in that motherfucker. You feel me? Talk to me. I talk back, talk a little shit, because I talk that. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that is a dope little, you know what I mean? I am in Sunrise, Florida. You know what I mean? Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, Florida edition. You know, I run the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit, and I live in Detroit as well as in Sunrise, Florida. So, you know, I do a lot of the entheogenic work in Detroit, and in Detroit, in Florida, I run the in-city retreats, which is where basically you can come here and have a retreat off the lake. You know what I'm saying? Get your plant medicine work, your animal medicine work, or any other works that we offer. It's all inclusive, 24-hour concierge and all of that. And I also do the plant medicine work down here because people who are using the snake venom, the cambo, the bufo, things of this for the healing, character growth and development, harm reduction specialists, all of that, they find it to be comforting to be off of the water, have access to the beach. You know what I'm saying? The sun coming up, you're getting in the water, in the ocean, it's warm. 5 in the morning, you in the warm ocean. It just feel like what? Oh my! Do y'all hear me? Listen, y'all have no idea. And if you do, y'all know what I'm talking about. This ain't the West Coast Ocean. This is the East Coast Ocean, baby. That water's warm. They say they call the beaches over here the bathtub. I'm like, what? Man, I went out there and I was like, oh, shit warm. I was mad I ain't bring my trunk. I'm thinking, man, it's 5 in the morning. We about to go there and watch the sun come up. I ain't finna be in that cold ass water. I was mad as hell I ain't bring my trunks because all I wanted to do was get in that warm ass water. Man, we talk about healing. I'm seeing the angelic frequencies and light aura. You looking younger and clearer and innocent. I feel divine, low-key type of spirit. Son of divine Odin, Agnum, Mom. Gratitude. Yo, gratitude. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been working on my boom. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, think good thoughts, speak good words, and do good deeds. And I really been putting my heart into it. You understand what I'm saying? Because um, if you know, you know. You know, that Black Infinity Stone, that ain't no easy activation process. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? My healing one, that was like, that's what it was. That was my first one. My green, that healing stone, you know what I'm saying? The aqua is that like, I'm right here with you. I am you. I am you. Let's heal this. Let's go together in my healing arts. And everything just exploded and feeling it in the activation. It was clear. And then when I got my purple Infinity Stone, it was like, oh shit. Okay, now this is your realm. Like you already do these practices. You just tapping back in. you know what I'm saying, a little deeper and a little harder, and it just opened me up to like different realms of thought and understanding and ability in the consciousness and the subconsciousness and the magnetic consciousness. The magnetic consciousness went dumb once I got my purple. So once I got the black, it was like, oh shit, okay, like you really gotta, you know what I mean? Because that came from, you know what I'm saying, Super Peter himself, you know what I'm saying? He came to me 2022, literally on that day. I don't know what the fuck, what is this in the mail? I opened it up, poured it out, and I just started crying. And so the honor that I have for what it is, what it represents, what I have to do for it, I've really, really, really been intentional and attentional to it, and just trying to stay the path. And I feel like that's the blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the blessing. They say sometimes God's blessings aren't something that you can be seen. Sometimes He added 10 years to your lifespan. You know, so all of our blessings ain't always seen, y'all. You know. So with that being said, find somebody today and tell them you love them in a language they can understand it in. Peace.